What's up, everybody?
Oh my goodness, I blend in with my background.
You do, yeah.
Can we show that picture on the stream, Kenzie, that you just showed us?
Yeah, I could do that.
I think that's hilarious. I didn't get to see it, get a good look at it. I think I want it.
I've decided I want to try and like have two very specific collections, like in the future regarding like just figurines and Funko Pops. It's gonna just be Beauty and the Beast and Loki stuff, and that's it. Like that's the stupidest combination, but I love it.
So Pooh and Baby Yoda are out the door, huh?
Mom can have Winnie the Pooh and Grogu. Grogu's hanging out.
Yeah, there he is.
So, like the title says, we're going to talk about what we think is going to happen in the Loki series. I know we're all very excited about it, and I've just been thinking
about it.
Hi, Stacey.
Yeah, I'm kind of no.
Stacey Rogers with Roundaball Streams.
Stacey is first. Hello. Lisa is listening while making dinner. Awesome.
Oh, Lisa.
That's what I should be doing, making dinner.
Lisa
right?
should be making hot pepperoni sandwiches. That's
instead
what
of sitting here.
So
are we allowed to talk about that, Tracy? But we'll talk about that later. Hot pepperoni sandwiches and when that's going to happen.
So I'm thinking that we can, partly talk about the show, what we think is going to happen, and then we just in general talk about
hot pepperoni sandwiches.
How great I am. How great I am. That's what you could talk about.
Sure. All right. So Ange wanted me to show this real quick.
We need to change Tracy's name to The Burden with Glorious Purpose.
That's
yeah.
right.
How funny is this?
What's that behind? Oh, that's his cape.
Yeah.
Hi, Jamie.
Was he wearing a cape? I have to rewatch that scene. And
I was going to say that's actually, because he ends up with like around his head.
Yeah, was the cape like flapping
Look at his
around?
arms! Look at his little arms!
I love that he's like imprinted into the floor.
Puny God.
I just love the outstretched arms. I love that. That's like, hilarious.
Help me!
It would be better if he actually moved. Like,
yeah, back and forth.
I think that's what happened. Is it happened so fast? I think I missed it. Like, how he was positioned like this with his arms up.
Tina, hi guys, making dinner, awesome.
Lisa, she said that's the only Funko she might really want.
Hi Garrett. There are actually a lot of really good Loki pops. I don't even know what this is. A comic version of him where he's holding the sword, not the hammer.
Did he ever hold the hammer?
Mirror. No, he's never held the hammer.
Mew Mew.
See now. What in the MCU you got to understand is that now the whole idea about mirror, it's not enchanted until.
Do you know how to actually say it though?
Yeah, I know how
to
say it.
Mjolnir.
How is it spelled?
Mirror. All right, so
Mjolnir, I believe.
But if you look at it, the enchantment on the hammer doesn't come in the MCU until Odin whispers and enchants it in the first Thor movie. Up until that point, anybody could have left Mirror.
But look at this. The Tesseract glows. I love this.
But that's in the MCU universe, not the comic universe.
He holds it in the comics, I believe.
He can pick it up in the comics, but not all the time.
Hold on. Ready? Hello, Francisco. That's fun to see, Francisco.
And then you also know that sometimes in the comics, Loki is a girl.
Yes, I am aware that there is a female version of Loki. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. I heard a rumor that there's going to be 2 love interests in the show. And I saw one where it was like the Tesseract and the Tesseract.
No, the Tesseract and himself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, some people are saying that he's going to have 2 different love interests because I'm pretty sure there's confirmation that female Loki is going to be in the show.
Oh.
That's a whole thing. I'm pretty sure I saw pictures of someone who looked like a female Loki, but I heard rumors that one of the love interests is male and one of the love interests is female. So I'm really interested in seeing how they go about it and how that's going to go, because I don't know. Maybe this is just me being annoying, but for some reason I don't like the idea of Loki having a love interest.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
Because
that's not you.
Because I'm desperately in love with him, yeah.
But actually, you plugged into the internet.
Let me do it. But I mean, a part of me has always liked that there wasn't a love interest, because you could always kind of just focus on, what his personality, what was going on with him. I liked that there wasn't any type of like that going on.
Well, this series is already, supposedly they've already ordered 2 seasons.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yes, they have already ordered a 2nd season from what I've heard. And so they've got to have storyline to stretch.
Oh, I just got whiplash. Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Oh my.
Because and again, when we get into what we think about what the series is going to be, I have a theory. And if that's the case, then this could stretch out as long as we want to. I mean, it's basically, yeah.
That is amazing. I'm so excited. Yeah, Garrett.
Oh, Garrett
wants them all to himself. Can you hold hands with Matt? When you hold hands with Matt, do you see Loki or Matt? Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Matt is very understanding of my love for Loki. One.
That's because he's in love with Black Widow.
Yeah, he does love Black Widow.
He knows Loki isn't real, but go ahead.
Exactly, because he knows that it's a fictional character. And you can obsess however much you want with a fictional character. You can obsess over the actor. It's not like I'm going to go date Tom Hiddleston. That's not a thing.
But wouldn't you?
Don't even go there.
I'm gonna say in another.
This goes back to my hot seat question.
In another universe,
would you kiss Matt or would you kiss Tom Hiddleston?
Well, I kiss Matt all the time, so it's
Father.
What I'm saying is, in another timeline,
daughter, dad.
Maybe I would meet Tom Hiddleston. I had a dream that I met Tom Hiddleston once. I did. No. I also met Benedict Cumberbatch in the same dream. I met Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I had a dream that Jeff Goldblum shot me.
Tracy's face now also matches his wall.
Oh my goodness, it does. Now, and Tina didn't even break me. It's Kenzie.
Well, the dream, I met them. We were I was walking and I met them, and then I just had a really long conversation with them. It was really fun. It was a really good dream. So back to the show.
Back to the show. Whoop.
I have seen some I'm obsessed with watching these trailers. I've listened to them. I've watched them so many times. It's ridiculous. I'm just so excited. There's so much that is just happening. And I know that there's a lot of people reading into the one scene where it kind of looks like Natasha's sitting there, but I'm pretty sure that's female Loki or something like that. I don't think Natasha's in this.
Mm.
And I don't know. There's just so much that looks so interesting. I love the part of the trailer. I think it's the second trailer where he's like, I need you to go over this and make sure that this is everything you've ever said. And he's like, you have to be kidding me. And he's like, here's
and sign this.
Sign right here. I just think that's we're gonna get so much Loki content.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before, but I am sorry for the person I'm going to become when this starts, because you are all going to be so tired of me. If anybody's looked at my Instagram story for the past week, I have been nonstop posting Loki edits, and I thought my mom was like, you need to calm down a little bit, because I had posted so many in one day.
Why am I not seeing this? I have to
start another account for just your Loki stuff.
Oh, you did?
I could. No, I didn't. But what I've been doing is, Ange, on the stories, there's up here, there are stories.
Oh. I don't know how to use that. I'm a boomer. Hold
So
on.
if you click on mine, it's just Tom Hiddleston's face over and over again.
It's just videos of
It's just videos and edits of Loki because I love edits. I love those. I get them all from TikTok. I watch a lot of Loki and Marvel TikTok. Hi, Movie Mania Nick. Hi, Mike Wheeler.
All right, I see it now. I am following you. I'm like, how come I don't see this? And it's because,
What's that?
I don't see all this stuff, but it's because it's on the story. You have to hit the story at the top.
Yeah.
Right?
So I've been posting a lot of them, and my mom was like, maybe just do like one a day. Just like post it and then let the 24 hours roll over and then post another one. Just don't keep posting the same ones that like all of them on the same day. I was like, that sounds good. So I have like a bunch of them saved on my camera roll that I'm just like waiting to post every day. Hi, Matt. Hi, Tina McNeil.
Oh boy.
So I wanted to show you guys the bracelet I'm wearing. I've worn this to work so many times, but it's my Loki bracelet. And it says, nice. I am burdened with glorious purpose. And it has the helmet and everything. I love this bracelet so much. It's like an Alex and Ani, but it's not by them. My mom got it for me. Wait, Loki has his own show. It's not like Matt has heard me talk about it. He's so tired of me talking about it. I talk about it all the time. I talk about Loki.
When the new episodes hit, Matt, be prepared. You'll be watching them over every day.
Over and over.
We're going to be in Disney. Like, I'm so excited because we're going to be in Disney the day that the first episode drops. And Matt was like, am I allowed to watch it with you? And I said, well, we are going to be in Disney. So he's like, so you have no choice but to watch it with me.
So I could see her now walking around the park. What are you doing?
Watching it on my phone.
It's Loki.
So Tina McNeil said she didn't get a notification. Is there a problem with notifications?
What? I got a notification.
I got mine.
Huh.
Because ours didn't go out today.
We haven't had as many viewers as I normally get, so I guess my notification didn't go out.
Let me see.
It's just weird.
I will now share it. I'm going to share.
Let me see.
Garrett said, you're going to have to be Loki for Halloween. No, I'm going to be Loki for Halloween. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get a Loki cosplay before we go down in June because I know we were talking about all dressing up or something like that. So I'm hoping that I think Ken's already has that one covered. Yeah. So I'm really hoping that I am able to dress up. I'm able to get a Loki cosplay because that would be awesome. I mean, that's one of the reasons I do like having like my dyed black hair. Because of that, I think it looks really cool and it reminds me of Loki. But so on the show, I was watching a video the other night with Matt. We were watching videos about Tom Hiddleston on YouTube because I'm insane. And not even joking, I was just watching videos about him. And it was like the top 10 parts he had ever played in movies. And one of them, he was in a movie with Owen Wilson. And we were like, oh my gosh. So this isn't even the first thing they've done together. I thought that was really funny.
Owen Wilson?
Yeah,
he's in it.
Oh, is he?
In fact, I think that's going to be what's going to be the funny. I mean, there's going to be a lot of humor in this show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I really guarantee it's going to be funny. I mean, it's going to be a lot of he plays kind of the main character of the time traveler. He's in charge of the TVA, the Time Variant Alliance.
Oh, okay.
So his name's Morbius.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
He's got bleach blonde hair.
Okay. Why did I not know that?
He's the voice of Lightning McQueen.
That's what I said. Lightning McQueen.
Wow. Dad, what are you doing?
Texting something for class.
Oh, okay. So wasn't Willem Dafoe in that one too? Matt and I have this ongoing joke that Willem Dafoe like just pops up at the most random moments, and like we were talking about it the one day, and then Dad was watching the Snyder Cut, and then Willem Dafoe just is on the screen, and we're like, that's terrifying. Why is he everywhere?
Yeah, because I think he got cut out of the original. So
of what?
Of the Justice League, I can't remember. But yeah.
Oh, Tina says she just got a notification. That's
really
crazy.
I don't know what's going on.
That's crazy. But yeah, Willem Dafoe is terrifying and he shows up everywhere. So that's all I have to say about that.
What happens if, this whole Spider-Verse thing and the fact that
Dafoe shows up
and Willem Dafoe shows up?
I will scream. I don't know what it is. You know what? He's a great actor. I'm sure he's a great person, but just in general, he just pops up at the most.
He's in a lot of stuff. So
it's so scary. Yes, and Christopher Walken does the same thing. Christopher Walken does the same thing. But I love Christopher Walken, so that's different. I'm a huge fan. Hi, Chris. Dad bites, dad builds. Yeah. Yeah, Willem Dafoe just shows up everywhere. If he shows up in the Loki show, I don't know what I'm gonna do. He terrifies me. But so I'm really excited to see, because I think one of the biggest things is that we have to keep reminding ourselves that this is not Ragnarok Loki. That is like so important for me to keep remembering, is because I like Ragnarok Loki was my favorite Loki. That like him in Ragnarok, that is my favorite version of Loki, because there is a lot of character development in that where he kind of realizes that he needs to stop pushing his brother away. He needs to stop trying to distance himself from all of that and be something better, when in actuality, all he really needs to do is just be there for his brother. And I think that's like a really big thing that you kind of see in him in Ragnarok. And at the end of Ragnarok, when he kind of changes everything and shows up and basically saves the day a little bit, and you just see he's like one step closer to actually being a true brother to Thor, and then dies in the Infinity War. And so it's so crazy thinking about how we're not getting that Loki. We are getting the Loki who is fresh out of Avengers, Loki who thinks that Asgard is still there and his mother is still alive. And that's sad. Very sad of me to think about. Hi, Will. Hi, Mary. I got too excited. My throat was dry, but I couldn't stop talking. I just had to keep going. So, yeah, I think it's so crazy to think about like the different character development we're getting for Loki here. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about how we're gonna go about
this. This is Hulk smash Loki, not Ragnarok Loki. So
yeah, this isn't get help Loki, Yeah. So there's also I'm really excited about. I don't even know what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the whole thing.
So one of my favorite scenes in the trailer is when Owen Wilson's sitting there and basically saying, we have to watch you because you could betray us. He's like, oh, I won't betray you. No, we've seen you stab someone in the back at least 10 times.
Yep.
Well, I won't do it again.
I think and then the part where he's like, I am smart. Like, I'm so excited about the sass we are going to get.
I need to watch these trailers.
Yeah, you'll like them, Ange. I think you're gonna be excited about it once we get into it. Like it's not gonna be WandaVision. It's not gonna be Falcon and Winter Soldier. Totally different.
It's going to
be its own thing.
Amazing.
But I think it's really gonna be good. So,
and yes, Movie Mania Nick, Tom Hiddleston is great as Loki. Mm-hmm. I've seen multiple interviews where Tom Hiddleston admits like he loves playing Loki. He loves the character. He loves building on the character. And he says he just has so much fun being Loki. And I'm like, I'm jealous because now I want to be Loki. Because I just love that character. And I think he just seems like such a fun character to be. Because there's so much depth to him. He's not just like, there's just so much backstory and so much emotionally in him. And I can't wait to see that happen and to see what comes from that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm also excited about kind of the true crime aspect of this, where, I'm a huge true crime fan, so I already knew about the whole DB Cooper case. So it's going to be really cool seeing the whole DB Cooper case in the Loki show. That's so random, but so cool. I'm so excited. What are you guys looking forward to in the show? Because I feel like I've just been rambling too much.
Wow.
Well, like I've said all along, it reminds me of Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
And that kind of an aspect to where, I think it's gonna have a little bit of an aspect to that, to where they are going to be going through, and the TVA, they're in charge of basically making sure that time splinters don't happen, when things happen through time, and so it's their responsibility to keep the timeline straight.
So pretty much, if anybody's ever watched the Netflix show, the Umbrella Academy, there's the same kind of organization in the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
We still have to watch the second season of that.
I haven't started it yet, but it's
the first season.
I really like it, Russ.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I just hadn't got around to it yet. No, I think it's gonna have some of those elements to where because it's interesting to me. You send Loki out, who already is gonna have his own agenda.
Oh, he's always gonna have his own.
But at the same time, has to follow what the TVA says, because I feel like they are going to basically be, controlling him in a way, and so they can send him to a different timeline, or a different, something that happens throughout the MCU, and it could be stuff that we've already seen that he goes back and changes, or it could be historical things that he goes back and changes, or it could be future things that he goes in and does. But I'm excited to see, if he goes in as that character, and you got Owen Wilson as the Al character,
Well, you
with,
also
with the banter, I just think it'll be funny.
DC also has something of the same thing as a time. I know you're not a big fan of DC, but they had the Legends of Tomorrow, which I think are still on. Not the same exact premise, but
they're canceled.
Oh, are they canceled? But I mean, it gave you some of the same idea of what's the whole time and how everything works and their effect on time. Go ahead, Kens.
Real quick, Glenn, welcome in. Hello, Blue Nose. What's up?
All I know too is that during this show, we're definitely going to need lots of Tracy Glenn time travel talk. So.
Oh, I'm gonna mute him.
And here's the thing: are they going to
mute him with duct tape if I have?
Are they going to follow the Endgame rules of time travel, or like every other time travel movie rules of time travel? Because Endgame decided to change all of time travel rules, which.
Well, we see in the trailers, we see the D.B. Cooper, we see the thing I'm excited about is the Loki for president.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
You can buy those pins on Etsy. I want one so bad. I'm gonna order one.
But those kind of things to where it's the historical stuff, but then also there is a possibility that we see Nat. There's a possibility that we see, the snap.
I'm so excited.
Because I feel like, and again, just from watching the trailers, I feel like Morbius does show Loki his future.
I'm not ready to see like the whole thing with his mom. Like that's gonna hurt. That's gonna be so horrible.
But I mean, and that may not be part of it. But I mean, I think that they do show that. And but then I also think that it's going to lead, like I say, if this is a 2-season or longer, this is the introduction to the multiverse. Whereas I thought that's what WandaVision was going to be, and it did not be. This will be the introduction to the multiverse, because then he can jump in and out of all of these different universes and dimensions and timelines. And I still have somewhat of a theory as to WandaVision could be in its own timeline. So could Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And then these things come together at the end. And everything changes again. Who knows?
Yeah.
Welcome in, Chris.
It's exciting because Loki has such a diverse past, both as a villain and as an anti-hero, that he could come in contact and interact with anyone. And so it's just open-ended to me. So I'm excited.
I think Garrett's trying to elicit and invoke me to talk about time travel.
Yeah. He wants you to just go off on a tangent.
And I do love time travel movies. I mean, they're so cool, but they follow so many different rules. I mean, believe it or not, the one I liked the most was, or not like the one I thought was interesting was Interstellar with I
still have not watched that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it is weird, but it also, I mean, it's based in physics because it's time travel, but it's not really time travel. Yeah. It's just interesting. So, let's just say.
So, Will, same here. The second season, I'm pretty sure is happening. And then I liked Glenn's comment. Marvel meets Doctor Who Avengers.
Yep. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Interstellar. I've heard about it. I've seen like summaries of it. Matt's sister was telling me about it, and it just makes no sense.
That's it. Matthew McConaughey.
Hello.
Yeah. All right. Matthew McConaughey.
So, I'm trying to think of what else we can talk about. I just found out that my Loki phone case just shipped, so that's fun.
Oh. So
excited about that.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to get a little green machine from Target today. I wonder if that showed up today.
I'm waiting for air filters.
Yes.
That would be an awesome Marvel and Doctor Who crossover.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
So there's just so much that can happen with the show. Like
so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to figure out if I'm lagging or not. I'm confused.
No. I can talk a little bit about the Time Variant Alliance if you want me to.
Do it.
So the Time Variant Alliance in the comic books is an organization that basically monitors the multiverse and different timelines, and they can skew off timelines and change things and things like that. They don't change everything, but for the most part, they basically go after characters that change things for the bad, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of tie-in later on with She-Hulk.
Ooh, because I know she's getting a show, isn't she?
She's got a show coming too, which I don't know what that's going to entail. Of course, she's a lawyer and worked with Matt Murdock, who Daredevil. There's some hope that he might show up later on. But that could be a possibility. Yes, Will, that's possibly that we could see Kang the Conqueror. Which that was actually a rumor that he was possibly supposed to be tied to WandaVision, but that never happened.
Yeah.
But here's something I bet you didn't know, Kenzie. Did you know that?
I don't know anything.
for a while, Loki actually posed as the Scarlet Witch.
No way.
And took on her identity.
Oh, geez.
For certain comics.
That's cool.
Interesting.
So that could also be a tie-in. He may show up during things that happen during WandaVision.
Yeah, and I know that in the comics, not in the comics, but just in general, well, obviously Loki and Wanda don't really have any interaction.
Right.
All ever. But like there was an interview with Tom Hiddleston and Elizabeth Olsen where, you know, the two of them have also been in other movies together, so they are friends, and you know, they actually played love interests in a movie, and people, I saw a video about it online, someone was like, Loki and Wanda?
Oh,
So I
geez.
just shared something for you.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
It's Loki as Scarlet Witch.
That's amazing.
Oh, geez.
So Will says all this time stuff. Do you think we'll see Kang the Conqueror?
Yeah, that's what we just said. Yeah, we could. I mean, that's he could be a major character down the road. I mean, there's a lot. There are so many that, like I said, that both Loki and the TVA can come in contact with because it's open-ended time travel.
Yeah.
And because of all of the different, I mean, because Loki has interacted with basically every major Marvel character that there ever has been in some form. You know, either as a villain or as a anti-hero.
Yeah.
And so he could definitely go anywhere. So
I mean, you could talk about the Marvel what if episodes that are coming up, which that might be really interesting because it's going to take you. I mean, I remember when my brother was into comic books back in the day, I do remember him going out and he had the what if, like, the Punisher became Ghost Rider. I remember seeing that one comic and I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. So, I mean, what if this character became this person? And then, so I'm assuming it's going to be a one capsulated, no effect on any of the Marvel universe. But I'm interested in seeing that one because it gives you there's no real huge impact on the MCU itself, or it could be.
Loki is actually supposed to have an episode of that as well. So, and yes, Garrett, we need Doctor Doom and we need Namor. Which we're supposed to be getting a Namor movie at some point.
What's that?
Submariner.
Oh, okay.
He's actually one of the original Avengers, but he's not been used. He's the Marvel version of Aquaman, but a whole lot darker.
Yeah,
a whole lot darker.
Aquaman's kind of so.
I don't know.
I just like trashing on DC just to be.
Why do you trash on DC?
Okay. A lot of the reason we've actually talked about before, I will genuinely explain why I'm not a big fan of DC. I feel that their characters are very empty. And I don't mean that to be an insult towards those characters, but like when I was watching the small amount of that I did of Justice League, I felt absolutely no emotional connection with any of those characters. A little with Cyborg because they did give him a little bit more, like, emotional backstory, but it was just, I couldn't really get myself emotionally attached with the characters because, I don't see emotion on their faces very much.
Right. Well, I mean,
Superman just looks the same with everything he does. It's ridiculous.
And we kind of touched that base on, and I understand they're too invincible. They're too.
Yeah.
I like some like the TV series like they did with Green Arrow, The Flash, and some of that stuff. It was actually not bad. And Blue Nose, he's trying. I think they're all trying to get me to talk about time travel because
that's what you should do for a Thursday stream at some point. You should
Star
talk
Trek,
about all of the
Terminator, Time Cop.
How about wasn't there a movie with Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, it's called Back to the Future.
Yeah, that.
We're gonna go back in time.
Time travel.
You should do that for a Thursday stream, Dad.
I might.
So, Kenzie, I feel like I completely agree with you as far as the digital medium.
Yeah.
When it comes to the movies, Marvel is 100% better. Yeah. All the way around. And I feel like that's where you have been exposed to DC the most because you don't read the comics, you don't know the character backstory.
Yeah.
All you see is what's in the movies and the TV shows. And yeah, the TV shows are terrible.
Not all of them.
Well, I think so. I mean, most of them are. I don't like it. Many at all of these.
You mean like Wonder Woman with Linda Carter? You didn't like that?
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't count.
The only DC movie I've ever liked is the one Supergirl movie that there was.
Yeah.
I really liked that one.
So many times the DC movies don't follow any of the comic book stories. And so they don't stay true to the characters. And a part of that is because of the rights things.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowed to. And so they have to change the character little by little, and things are different. You know, now Wonder Woman, like with Linda Carter, okay, that was probably the closest thing to the 70s version of the comics, but it had nothing to do with really her character from the comics.
Okay.
It was just it was just a way to make a TV show, you know. And I feel like, you know, that's the issue, is that, you know, like the 60s Batman, Adam West.
Yes,
okay?
I used to love that show.
But that has nothing there's nothing at all to do with any of the comic books.
Really?
So
It was just a
campy.
way to make a TV show.
It was so campy, but it was classic.
Oh, it's so campy. And yes, they would change little things here and there within the comics to match the television show because that sold comics.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that's not the way that the characters were written.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love reading the original DC. I mean, I have anthologies of Superman. I mean, I've got, you know, the first 20 years of Superman, and I've read every one of them. That is Superman to me.
Well,
you know?
we talked about that on my Thursday stream. Exactly. How, I mean, it was a complete rush job. Oh no, Tim Pruitt, the Green Hornet, that was horrible.
Hi, Tim Pruitt.
No, Green Hornet was a different publisher. So.
But it was also a horrible movie.
Yes.
When it comes to like DC, I watched the Wonder Woman movie that came out a few years ago. I didn't watch the 84 one. I did not see a point. Nor have I ever found any want or need to watch any DC movie. I watched The Dark Knight very long time ago. Don't remember a single thing about it. The only reason I've ever watched a DC movie is because I've walked into the living room while he has been watching one, and I started it like halfway through and didn't understand a single thing that was going on and didn't even care.
Okay. Can I just say, Garrett, I'm talking about the remake version with the recent one, not the old version.
Arlie Hammer or whatever his name is. What's his name? I can't remember anyway.
There was the actor. What's that? He's in a lot of Judd Apatow. What was it? Pineapple Express. That remake that was just recent. That was a horrible movie.
The Bruce Lee show was cool.
Well, that was 1970s. So yeah, Seth
Green.
Not
Seth Green. Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And I have enjoyed X-Men movies. I do enjoy those, but those are Marvel. So, I remember most of the time when I've watched Marvel, it's either been because of him or by myself. The only time I've ever really watched X-Men is like with him because I need him to explain what's going on because I don't know. Like I can kind of understand what's going on when I'm watching Marvel movies, like with the MCU. I can understand pretty well the whole concept of what they're trying to do. Because, you know, I've watched so many, it's kind of like, I kind of know what's happening, but X-Men, I need a lot of it explained.
I'm surprised that you didn't necessarily care for The Dark Knight because now it is much more close to the comics.
I enjoyed The Dark Knight. It just wasn't something that I wanted to watch multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Who played Batman in that movie?
Batman.
It's
me. That's Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Okay, I do know that Michael Keaton played him one time. That was a long time ago.
Those are my favorite Batman movies.
Yeah, and one of them was filmed in Pittsburgh too.
Probably the first one because it had that industrial feel.
Yeah,
I just find the whole Michael Keaton being Batman thing funny to me because the first thing I ever saw him in was The Founder. the movie about the creation of McDonald's where he played Ray Kroc. That's how I know Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Because of the founder.
Michael Keaton's been in a lot of other things, but yes.
I know, but like that's
he's from Pittsburgh too.
So just to clarify, when we're talking about the early Batman movies, I'm talking about the first and second Batman movies, and I wasn't a big fan of the second one. The first one is always going to be the best. The second one is worth watching for one reason only. But after that, when you're getting into the Val Kilmer and the George Clooney, that was a little bit too over the top.
Yeah.
But again, they were drawing from the 60s version.
Oh, were they?
That's where they were drawing from to make those movies.
Okay.
I remembered the one Batman movie I like. The Lego Batman movie.
Yeah.
That was so good. That movie is so good. I love that movie.
Now that one, I thought, Kenzie, you liked that Joker movie. What was that Joker movie? Was that
DC?
I don't consider that DC because I don't like. It's not really connected to literally anything else.
It's
a completely different timeline.
Yeah, it's not canon.
It's not considered like DC canon, and like the whole thing is that the Joker is a whole like middle-aged man, and Batman is still like 8 years old. So, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, I do not associate with any other DC thing ever.
Okay.
Lego Batman was cool.
It was so good. Yeah. I loved it because it was funny. I like funny movies.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tom Arnold is great at it. So yeah.
Like
Tom Arnold plays Lego Batman.
No, I thought that was Will Arnett.
Or Will Arnett. Sorry, yes, Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett does the voice for Lego Batman.
Yes, you're right.
Movie Mania Nick just proved me wrong. The first place I ever saw Michael Keaton was in Beetlejuice. But I didn't know it was Michael Keaton because he doesn't look anything like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, I mean, that's
a young Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, one of my favorite Michael Keaton movies was released about a couple years too early. He did a movie called Multiplicity, and I actually liked that movie.
That's a weird one.
It was just released too early.
See,
it dealt with cloning.
Jamie, I didn't care for him as Vulture.
The Vulture.
But I don't think that they really did the Vulture justice in that.
No, he was supposed to be a lot older guy too, right? I mean, according to the comics, he's supposed to be.
They totally changed the character. So but yeah.
I wanted to talk about something that I thought was really cool. And it's no, not at all. There is this thing, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a thing where like you look at like one character and you try and link them, like an actor. You try to link the actor with a totally different actor by going through as little movies as possible.
7th Degree of Separation?
Yes, that's what it is.
6 Degrees of Bacon.
Yeah, with
that's
Bacon.
What it comes down. With 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Every movie is linked to Kevin Bacon within 6 movies. Every movie.
I love because there was one where I watched a video online where it was doing that with Marvel, like actors without using Marvel movies. And they were able to go through like every single main person, like starting at Robert Downey Jr. all the way back to Robert Downey Jr. It was really cool. So I think we should actually try and do a stream like that at some point. I think it would be really fun if we tried doing that with actors, because I like to consider myself a really big movie person, like a big movie buff or whatever. I need to watch more movies, but I do consider myself to be very big on movies, and I'm trying to get more familiar with actors and trying to kind of understand them a little more. And so I can look at a movie and be like, oh, I recognize that actor because he was in blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I really like, because I'll be like, oh, this actor or this actor. And that's something that we do at my house with mom and dad. They'll be talking about a movie and they'll be like, oh, that one person was in it. And like, they'll be able to do that. And it's really funny because, you know, we do that a lot, and Matt doesn't really care about actors. So I'll like talk about all these different actors and Matt's like, who did they play? because he doesn't care about actors, and that's totally okay. Because I was like that for a really long time. I didn't really care about the actors; I just cared about the characters. But I actually really like looking at the actors closer now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I want to know what Jasmine thinks of Loki.
Jasmine, look at that pretty puppy. She's so pretty. Oh, she wants belly rubs.
Mm-hmm.
She's so funny.
Weird science.
She likes sitting on Grogu. I don't know what the problem is with him, but she keeps sitting on him.
She's trying to suffocate him.
She's jealous.
Yeah.
Look at this.
She genuinely is.
Oh
my
gosh.
Yeah.
Watch this. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
She's like, hey.
Matt says it's not that he doesn't care about the actors; he just doesn't normally know their names. Okay, I wasn't.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I love like actors and all that kind of stuff. I know I've mentioned it off screen and in the mod chat, but I started listening to an audiobook called High Rise. The only reason I started listening to it was because it's voiced by it's narrated by Tom Hiddleston, so I can drive to school, which is an hour away. I can drive to school and have Tom Hiddleston read a book to me, which is my dream come true. So I very much enjoy that. But now I'm actually really into the book, and he stars as the main character in the movie. So now I want to watch that. And it's really funny because one of the actors in the High Rise movie with Tom Hiddleston is Luke Evans, who plays Gaston from the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Ah,
so I'm very excited about that.
That's funny.
I love Luke Evans. All right, we got about 15 minutes left.
Someone's really needy.
She loves attention.
She wants some love.
Garrett says my dog only comes around when she wants something, like a teenage daughter.
Yeah, Jasmine only comes around when she wants belly rubs.
Or food.
Or
Yeah,
food.
she likes food. But yeah, I think we should really do that where we go through all of the different actors and try and connect that. We have one actor and we have to connect it to a different actor because there are some really interesting ones that are out there. So overall, what is the biggest thing that each of us are looking forward to towards the Loki series? And then we can kind of wrap up. So, Dad, you can go first. What are you looking forward to in the Loki series the most?
Picking on you.
Everyone's looking forward to that. You can't steal everybody else's answer.
Oh, just messing with you the whole time. That's it.
Okay.
But I'd like to see how they're going to deal with the whole time travel and how they're going to work in what's the time travel aspect is. That's what's catching me. Loki's not the time travel is.
All right, Ange.
I'm just excited about something different. I mean, I like the character. I think he's funny, so it'll be good.
You're already over John Walker, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I've seen there are behind the scenes pictures of the four of them.
Uh-huh. Goofing off.
Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, whatever his first name, Russell, and then the guy who plays Battlestar. The four of them just hanging out, and I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
I watched Top Time Machine too. I liked it. The second one was not so good.
All right, Russ, what are you looking forward to most?
I think I'm looking forward to just the possibilities of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is. It's just there's so many different options for characters, so many different options for what happens. I'm excited for it. I mean, it's Marvel, so I mean, I'm going to love it regardless. And if it leads into, if it leads into the films the way that I think it's going to, then this will become kind of the tie-in and to help explain what's going on, from behind the scenes, and we'll get little snippets of different things that are happening, in the background, and things like that. So, which is the way that they used Loki a lot in the comics. He would manipulate things in the background, and you wouldn't know that it's him.
I know, as I'm so excited
until he's there,
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be fun. So.
I like what Tim Pruitt said. Tim Pruitt says, there might be something to be said about not knowing the Marvel history. We can just watch the movie and enjoy it without saying that's not right.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, and that's what's good about Marvel is they're bringing you in, then they can just give it to you straight, and you don't have to know all that history. Like people who watched WandaVision didn't have to know the background on WandaVision.
Right.
They just liked WandaVision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
We had talked, Tracy, yesterday about that. There's not a whole lot of comic background in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The characters are there, but there's no real story background, and so that's what I like. It's new storyline.
Tina, I don't think it's heresy. I think I like the way they present it, because me personally, I'm a Star Wars nerd, and I like the background on the Star Wars. But what's good about the Star Wars is it's movies first, then books.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Chris, Anthony and Sebastian are best friends, and they always joke around about how much they hate Tom Holland, even though they love Tom Holland. They just always act like they hate him. And also, I saw an interview. They were doing like an internet interview, Sebastian and Anthony, and they were talking about the guy who plays Zemo. And because he's from Germany, so, he's like actually German. And, well, he's not born in Germany, but he's lived in Germany. And it was like I'm just going to say this really quick because I thought it was really funny how they were hanging out with him, and they were in a lobby of some kind, and they were filming a German movie, and it was all these like German actors, and the guy who plays Zemo just knows all of them and starts speaking German and French and all these other languages.
Oh, wow.
And like he was like, I'm very popular. It's just like really funny. And
he's the real life Zemo.
He really is. And like they said, he's such a fun person too. Like they said, he's like a really fun person to hang out with. And I will say, I think it's really awesome when you can watch a show or a movie with Marvel and you already know in your head, these guys are all actually friends. These guys all actually hang out. They're all actually like genuinely close with each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. And I love when you can
do so many movies together, it becomes a fraternity. It
really does. And especially like they all have that one tattoo together. I think that is so cute. I love the tattoo that they all have.
They're gonna be your next tattoo.
I'm thinking.
What is the tattoo?
I'll show it to you after, Ange. It's
okay.
They got it after the first Avengers movie, I believe, because they got this little symbol that represents each of the characters.
Is it the A? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and then the hour-long video of Zemo dancing that Marvel posted. Hilarious. I was watching it with Matt. And
it's
Matt
an hour-long movie of Zemo just dancing.
It's just video on YouTube of Zemo dancing to music.
I put it in Turkey
for an hour.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's just looped of him.
Yeah,
2 minutes. That's it.
In the club in one of the episodes. So.
And the MCU is really as a community, not just with the actors, but with the fandom. That MCU is something that obviously we all came together because of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, but I feel like Marvel has been like a really big thing for us. And
especially for Nerd Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
for Nerd Talk.
What we've covered for the most of it.
I know I put it. I know
you made me watch all the movies.
Listen, I know I put in our group text that we should do Justice League, and I heard nothing. Nothing out of anybody.
Cared about it.
Nothing.
Crickets.
Like at Jeff and Angela's kitchen down in Florida. I heard nothing but crickets.
Yeah,
No.
the Marvel community reminds Tina a lot of our community, and I very much agree. I love that their closeness has like affected our closeness as a community. So I'm gonna start going out. You guys can say what you guys have coming up, Dad.
I have not wasting time this Thursday. We are going to actually do a casting call for Doctor Who. We're going to start at the 9th Doctor, and we're going to cast Disney characters in the Doctor's part and the companion part. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and I think we're up to 13th Doctor.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure where we're going to go because I haven't watched most of the the newest Doctor. I've watched the first season of the newest Doctor, but that's it. That's what my plan. 4:00 on Thursday.
All right. And
Cool. So today we just put out a little short video in Sanaa. I guess notifications didn't go because we probably sucked up all 3 of them between the last 2 days. So we did that. And then I just got Jeff a reservation for Magic Kingdom tomorrow. For some reason, all the parks are green tomorrow. It's the weirdest thing. Like, Tracy, we got to keep checking that. Like, when you guys are together,
They're open availability. So
you just got to check it every day, but just tomorrow. Like after that, it's yellow and gray again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what was tomorrow and the crickets.
They'll show up.
So yeah, that's it for us over the next few days. So
nice. And then we have Friday Family Pizza Night on 5:00 this Friday.
Yeah, okay.
That's on your channel, Ken's, or Tracy?
What's that?
Is that on yours, Family Pizza Night? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be on mine, Family Pizza Night. Garrett wants to do a Justice League. He's actually going to show up. I sent him the link. He didn't show.
Nope. That's what he's saying. It's just going to be you and him.
Stacy just sent me pictures of this Funko.
Oh, boy.
From the... It's an anniversary one.
From the show? Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Nice.
There's no availability for the 24th yet.
Okay,
all right,
we just got to keep checking.
Russ, what do you got coming up?
So Saturday, we're going to be having the Disney Academy Awards, and so we're going to go through and take the list of all of the different Academy Awards that Disney has won throughout the years. And then we are going to vote on our own Academy Awards. And so have kind of our own little awards show. Yeah, should be fun.
Nice.
And then we have Nerd Talk on Sunday on whose channel?
Your dad's.
Okay. So
Tracy's going to be busy this week.
He is.
Yes, he is.
I'm very excited.
Mike Wheeler, I am not painting myself gold for the Oscar statue. And yes, Tina McNeil just put in the chat that Disney just did their extender hours. So when we go to Disney in June, our hours will be longer, which is good. I'm hoping we can get fireworks back soon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. There is rumor
down without fireworks.
There is rumor that they will also be opening up more capacity shortly. So
okay.
But yeah.
No, Tina, I'm not. Tina Marie's trying to say that yes, I am. Don't let me fool. Yeah, I'm not letting it. I'm not doing it.
I don't think that fireworks will happen until Harmonious.
All right. So thank you guys so much for being here. I had so much fun talking about this show. I love talking about Loki. Everybody knows that. I've been hyper-fixating on it for the past week, and I'm probably going to continue hyper-fixating on it until June. So if you get too much, just let me know. If you are tired of seeing Loki's edits on my story, I'm going to continue posting them because I love them, and they make me happy. So
until they kill Loki again.
Don't. You know what? They have a second season planned. So
that's right. They can't kill him yet.
They didn't even kill him off yet. So yes, I need to breathe.
Yes, they can. They can kill him off in the first season.
They can time travel and bring him back again.
What if they kill him and then change him again? Like every time he messes up.
Oh, that would
What if he dies every episode?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Geez. Oh my god. It's gonna be Kenny.
Are we edging tomorrow of this?
Wow.
So there's another time travel movie that
I know.
a lot of people know. Edge of Tomorrow.
No, Mike said Kenzie cannot be low key on Instagram about Loki. So also, if you haven't heard, the Avengers compound over in Disneyland, that is happening, and you can meet Loki. Isn't that a whole thing that you can meet Loki?
He is a character meet and greet. He was before.
Wow.
Yep.
It's not Tom Hiddleston, but it'll still be Loki, so it's okay.
The videos I've seen, he's very good. So
Yes. I want to meet him now. All right. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you in the next stream. Bye.
Bye, everyone.